What's up, everybody, and welcome to Shapes of Gaming, the weekly conversational podcast all about video games that's unedited, unfiltered, and of course, unhinged. I'm always one of your hosts, Matt Stenson, Neo Charge on PSN, and joining me, as always, for episode number 22 is Bob Harriman, the retro gaming encyclopedia, also known as Leon Lion Hartley on PSN. What's up, man?
A whirlwind of a week, but you know what? We're hanging in there, right? How you been, man?
We sure are. We just saw each other. You were over at my place. We are fresh off the heels of a live reacts for the State of Play. That happened, 3 hours ago? And yeah, it was quite the show. You came over. Alex was over here, good friend of the show. And he was doing the production stuff. And yeah, I had fun. And for those of you that tuned in, thank you. And if you want to catch it after, go to twitch.tv/Shapes of Gaming. It's recorded. It's there. We had some feedback on the audio. I listened, so you be the judge on it. It might be a little low, and we've heard reports of echoes, but who knows? Audio production is hard, especially when video is involved, and we're still working out the kinks. So let us know what you think of it. And we had some good reactions. There was a lot of cool stuff announced that we're going to go all into on this episode. This episode's all about that State of Play and Tokyo Game Show. But other than that, man, how's life been?
Honestly, it's been, I'm just happy I got Shapes and I got this community. If I'm being honest, it's been rough, but you know what? I'll push through. I still got you guys. I still got the video games up on the shelf. And outside of that, I mean, what can I say, folks? I really ultimately can't complain. I'm a hard-headed son of a bitch, and you're not getting rid of me that easy.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more myself. I love this community. I like doing this. It's so fun. Good distraction, like you said, and video games and beer and alcohol have always been my go-tos when dealing with life stuff. I don't seek alcohol to get drunk and forget things, right? I'm not an alcoholic. I just it's fun to drink while gaming, and those usually go hand in hand. But I'm the same way, man. It's been a whirlwind of a week. We spent a good amount of time on Shape stuff. Video production is not fucking easy, and I don't know if we're going to do it because we like the professional audio quality here, and it's just, dude, the post-processing on video is really tough, and I think we got to upgrade the plan for it, so I'm not feeling it. I don't know. We'll see. It's in the pipeline. We're working on it, but for now, you're going to hear our beautiful voices, and I'd say very high quality. We've been working on the quality for this podcast specifically, so yeah, man, my life is... dude, there's a decision at work right now that I'm pretty anxious about. I'm not going to lie. My life could be smooth for another year or could be flipped upside fucking down. I don't want to get too much into it, but it's just a decision that's not in my hands that I'm waiting on, and I should hear back by the end of the week. I'm anxious about it, man. I really am.
So. Yeah. Totally get it. That was my weekend, man. Waiting for answers when you're like, hey, I think I know what you're hoping for this kind of an outcome, but ultimately, it's not within the realm of your universe. And we joke about drinking beer on here, folks, but I do want to take it as a serious moment before we get into the real fuckery. And this is Bob being serious. Do not use alcohol to drown out a lot of that stuff. We joke here on Sacred Symbols, but take it from me. I was that at that point in my life, and I'm so glad I'm not there now. You do not want to be there, and if you are, reach out, get help. That's all I can say. Or come join this community. I'll cheer you up. I'm always here for an ear.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk to your friends. If you're in a dark place, always reach out to someone. Talk to your friends. Dude, I think the last time I was drunk was like a year ago. I don't get drunk often at all. And I just drink because I like the flavor of the beer, and it's good. So yeah, I haven't been drunk in like a year, and I certainly don't seek to get drunk when I drink. We just drink beer and play video games. And speaking of beer, what are we drinking? I'll go first. I got another Crooked Stave Brewing from Colorado. It is in Denver, I believe, of course. Yeah, Denver, Colorado. Crooked Stave. It's a Mexican lager. First, let's give a shout out to the beer we were drinking on the live reacts. By the way, I went into the liquor store. I was like, I gotta get some brews. I'm getting low. And I was like, hey, you got any Oktoberfest? The guy laughed. He's like, yeah, we got plenty. And I was like, okay, what's your best one? And he's like, well, I have this one. He walked me down the aisle and opened up the fridge and the refrigerator door. And he's like, well, this one's imported from Germany. And I was like, I'm fucking sold. So I got 2 packs of those, and we drank one each on the stream. And I don't have the can with me. I'll probably have it on the next episode. But we had awesome German import Oktoberfest on the live stream. But right now, I had that. I'm trying to keep it a little light. I don't want to like get too heavy tonight because I have a podcast to do, of course. But it's a Mexican lager, and it is a Mexican style lager. We got a hint of lime, salt from Crooked Stave. Just like a smooth, fancier Corona by a local brewery in Colorado. 4.8, not heavy at all. So, how about you?
That's
yeah,
you recognize this one.
So good.
Yeah, I had to go with lighter and sit what was in the. I normally the way this works is when it's recording day, like the Tuesday or the day before or the afternoon of after work, I'll swing by the store. I'll look what try to figure out what does my heart tell me? What am I feeling? Obviously this week has been chaos, so I didn't get a chance. And I looked in the fridge and I realized I still had some of this beautiful, beautiful cream ale with vanilla. Vanilla from Living the Dream Brewing here in Colorado, called Powder Run. It's a nice 5%, not too heavy, but just enough to kind of like make you not care enough about the world. If you guys get out there that may be in Colorado, I highly recommend this beer. I'm looking at the side of the can, and it's got all of their accolades that they've talked about. Gold medal winner for this and all this other stuff. So it's a legit beer.
You brought one over. It was so good. I probably have to pick up a 6-pack of that. But yeah, well, let's stress again. Sometimes don't drink to escape things. Balance it, right? Balance it. I feel like the cusp of being an alcoholic and enjoying a beer is, why do you drink? Are you drinking to get drunk, or are you drinking because you like beer and you like having a tiny little buzz just to lighten up a bit? There's always a balance, and people that overdo it, they're alcoholics. So don't drink to get drunk, and don't overconsume alcohol. We, in the grand scheme of things, we don't drink a lot. Actually, we just have really good beer here in Colorado, and we take advantage of that. So yeah,
absolutely. Remember that, folks. Alcoholics go to meetings.
Yep, exactly.
I'm joking, but yeah, man. What do you say we get the fuck into this? What do you think?
Get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
So first off, we did our first live reacts. I told you about that. Twitch.tv/Shapes of Gaming. You can go check that out. It's all recorded. We had fun. We had some pretty good reactions. We were interacting with the viewers. Thanks so much for everyone that tuned into that. We appreciate it. And if you're new to the podcast, go check that out, but also join the Discord. That's where we talk about all the games. That's where we have spoiler channels. That's where we make all the announcements. And then you can subscribe to the podcast. We're everywhere. And we have all of this information in one area. And where can people find that, Bob?
Oh, you got me on the spot. I'm just kidding. Folks, take your browser. Don't do this while you're driving. Please stop. But open up your browser if you're on your phone or your computer or whatever it is, and just go to shapesofgaming.com. That's where you'll find the landing page to all of our links for social media content. This is going to also include all of the locations for your podcast listening service of choice, to include also where we do our live streams at Twitch, on Twitch, over at twitch.tv/Shapes of Gaming. But feel free at shapesofgaming.com. Go there, check it out. And if you're listening to us for the first time, or if not, I don't really care. I'm not your dad. But definitely, I would ask that you just leave us a nice comment, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Once again, shapesofgaming.com.
Yep. We love doing it, and we love the community. So we've got a lot of new Discord members. The community is growing, and we're thrilled about that. So yeah, shapesgaming.com has our Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever the fuck it's called now, Twitch, and then the podcast, Spotify podcast app of your choice, of course, Apple Podcasts. We got YouTube, Facebook, everything on there, everything you can think of, all in a nice little landing area, if you will. So yeah, that's where you can find us. So I mean, this episode is going to be pretty much all news. There have been so many fucking news articles. Kojima announced a bunch of stuff, and we want to talk all about it. And of course, we just got off the heels of the State of Play. You can see our live reactions on Twitch, but we're going to do a deep dive into what was announced, our thoughts and everything on this cast. So yeah, Bob, let's fucking dive right in. Let's get into that news. There's so much.
Oh, not even going to get a warm dinner beforehand or a drink. I'm just kidding. No. So let's dive into the news. And the way we're going to do this, folks, is I'm going to cover some news articles for you this evening or this morning, whenever you're listening to this. And these are going to be related not specifically to the Tokyo Game Show or the State of Play that was recently done. This is going to be other stuff around the industry. You might have heard it already because unfortunately, it seems like we're cursed. I don't know if you noticed this, Matt, but like we do a recording and then Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, Friday morning, all of the news breaks. And I go, well, shit, that would have been nice to talk about.
Right. And it's weird because the news usually breaks on Tuesdays. Like that's the big news day. And the, I don't know, the landscape has been shifting. So I don't know.
You know what else I learned? You know what else I learned about Tuesdays, Matt? And this is coming from my wife, who's a major bookworm.
Tacos on sale? And
no. So video games traditionally release on a Thursday or a Friday. New Book Day is actually Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little piece of knowledge I learned today. For anybody that happens to be in a relationship with a bookworm, look at Tuesdays. That's when you're going to get your good shit.
Oh, okay. So that's when I should be going to the bookstores?
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Oh, all right. But yeah, with all that being said, let's go ahead and let's talk about this one. People have probably noticed it. This is not exactly a happy-go-lucky one, but do you remember a couple weeks ago, Matt, when we talked about Tencent getting sued or having filings against them by Sony?
Yeah.
Do you remember what this is about?
I don't remember anything from a couple weeks ago. I'm not gonna lie.
This is in regard. This is actually the follow-up, and I'm surprised we're getting this.
Yes.
To Sony's lawsuit on Tencent's game Light of Motorum, which, for all intents and purposes, is a Horizon game.
It's a Horizon ripoff. Go look at it. Like the moment I saw this trailer, I was like, "This is ripping off Horizon." It's blatant.
It's pretty bad.
It's bad.
But Tencent has actually fired back at Sony and put out official release statements. This is across a few different ones, but I picked this one up from one of my favorites, VGC, or VideoGamesChronicle.com. The company, and you guys can go read this. It's there, but just a little excerpt for you. The company claims that Sony's lawsuit is not aimed at fighting off piracy, plagiarism, or any genuine threat to intellectual property, but is instead, quote, an improper attempt to fence off well-trodden corner of popular culture and declare it Sony's exclusive domain, end quote. So this is there's more into an article, but essentially Tencent's defense is this is not original material. These are tropes within the video game community, and Sony is trying to play Nintendo by claiming something that really should be part for public consumption. I don't know if you saw this, Matt. What are you thinking here?
I did. I think Tencent went into their pockets and got some really good lawyers, but I think they're still dead to rights. And I think PlayStation or Sony still has them. They pulled art after Sony came after them. They're guilty. They're red-handed. I don't think they're going to win this, but they're trying their best not to lose face. And it's not going to end well for them. They already admitted guilt by pulling the some of the art that looked straight out of fucking Horizon, and they're just kind of grasping at straws right now. So I don't think we'll see anything of it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think this is. I read this as this is. You said it right. The best. Reach into the pockets, find the best lawyer you can get on the phone dial, and say, "Hey, look, this is not good for us. We're probably going to lose, but can you
Yeah,
help us lose gracefully?" Um,
exactly. Yeah,
who knows? Who knows though? I guess they forgot to read the part of the whoever the lawyer is. They forgot to read part of that, or they mysteriously forgot about the part of the lawsuit that says Tencent, according to Sony's documentation and filings, Tencent tried to file or go to Sony and say, "Hey,
yeah,
we'd like to make a Horizon game." Not once, folks, but twice.
yeah. They wanted to use the licensing, and Sony was like, "No," and they're like, "Okay." Well, we're gonna go make a ripoff, and PlayStation's like, "The fuck you are."
We're gonna make our own Horizon with hookers and blackjack.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah, but yeah, this is just a little something out there. Hey, we'll see how this is brewing. Tencent, of course,
Yeah.
naturally has. I don't know what their net worth is. I would have to go look it up, and I'm not bothered right now. But they
A
they
lot.
they yeah, they make Zenless Zone Zero, Genshin Impact, and have their hands in, quite frankly, a lot of different organizations. Uh, they also have their hands in, my beloved Riot games. So I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, they're a gargantuan like monolith of just they're a Chinese giant. So they're huge, and they keep buying up little studios and publishers and getting little pieces of this and that. And yeah, I'm I'm not into it. But I like get into the legal stuff. It's fun, and it's interesting to hear about and follow. And yeah, bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it works out for him.
That's a that's a very well played. Well, very well played because they could cut off their losses and just write down the taxes. I mean, and I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a
Yeah,
businessman. I'm not.
yeah,
I don't run these companies, but like you could theoretically do that. Just say, hey, you know what?
right,
No. Or you could take a line from Bungie, and go, hey, we're gonna go dark and we'll come back.
right.
Uh, there are options at the table to really go with the fight. Like this is a classic Sony, being this is a classic international battle, and
Yep,
I'm keeping an eye out to see how this is going to play out.
yep. It'll be interesting. I still think PlayStation has them dead to rights. I don't even think it's competition.
Yeah, there's
So,
a good chance. There's a good chance they settle out of court.
oh yeah, yep.
Well, unfortunately, it's not. But I guess I'm going to be the bad news guy before we get to the good shit that we saw over the last couple 24 hours.
That's
Um,
okay. Life's not full of sunshine and rainbows, man. Sometimes
yeah,
you got good news. Sometimes you got bad news.
unfortunately, this is more bad news, depending on your perspective.
Right.
You probably saw this as well. This is coming from, I pulled this from Game Informer, but this is officially released from the company themselves. Xbox console prices are increasing again.
Yeah.
Um, so if you are interested in getting an Xbox console, I will not judge, but I will ask why, and say, "Hey, come talk to me, and we'll have a conversation, candidly." But as of October 5th, all Xbox consoles are going increasing in price. The
Yeah.
Xbox Series S 512 gig is launched at 300 and is now going to be 400, 399.
It's
The
so crazy.
the 1 terabyte is going to be 450 449.99. The Xbox X digital, which is the higher performing model, is going to be $600. The Xbox Series X with the non-digital version is $650. And then the cream of the crop. If you want a PlayStation, and I'll sell it to you this way, Matt, PlayStation 5 Pro, you can buy the disc, you get a 2 terabyte drive, you get all of this great stuff. How much does that run you all together?
$800
Yeah. The Xbox Series X
plus tax.
2 terabyte Galaxy Black Special Edition, which is a mouthful, by the way. New price $799.99, bringing
Yep.
you $800 now. They say Microsoft, and I say they, but specifically Microsoft, is adjusted or attributed to this to economic fluxes and tariffs. Quite frank. I don't know, man. I'm going to be candid with you before I kick it over to you. I've always been interested in Xbox. I love them. I've been part of the community since the beginning. I really cut my teeth on the 360 with them. Um, but I'm sorry, Mark Spencer, you lost the plot, man.
Mark Spencer.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. You know
Phil
what
Spencer.
Phil Spencer. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. The point
know
is,
what you
you
meant.
lost the plot. Just sell us Fable to
Yep.
all platforms. Just
Yep.
sell us Master Chief Collection to all platforms. And you know what? Go be a publisher, because this is kind of, frankly, it's getting embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean they're matching PlayStation prices, but they're not matching the quality or the offering though. But yeah, it's an unprecedented time that consoles are rising in price after release. Every console release I've been a part of, console prices lower. And the new stuff comes in, but everything is rising, and it's just the times suck. Everything's getting expensive, and eggs, dude. I was reading online, and I was making jokes with you guys like, oh, the fucking rapture's coming, and we got alien mothership up in space coming here. And I'm like, I'm not surprised with any of it. I'm a fucking millennial, and I'll be surprised when eggs are less than fucking $8. It's just nuts. I don't care about any of it, and everything's raising in price. So I don't get it, because they're selling this box and they're saying, here, this is the Xbox, but also everything is an Xbox. And they're like, oh yeah, your PlayStation 5 is an Xbox, and you can play pretty much most of the games coming out. They're coming out multi-platform. I don't think we know if OD Knock is coming out for PS5, but at the most, it'll be a launch exclusive, right? And we'll eventually get it on PS5. Nothing is exclusive anymore. Today, we got a huge announcement we'll go over for the State of Play. Another big IP is coming to PlayStation. It's not Halo, so cool your jets, not yet. But it's a huge IP that used to be a exclusive to Xbox, and I don't think they're exclusives anymore. So tell me, Microsoft, why would I get an Xbox Series X, same specs as the PS5 Pro, but I can't play my PS5 or PlayStation games on your box, but I can play your games on the PlayStation? Why the fuck would I get your plastic box if I'm gated like that, when I can just play all your games on PS5 and the first party PlayStation exclusives? Tell me. They're fucking done, man. In 5 years, they're not going to be making consoles, and they're not going to be first party. They're already going that route. They're kind of saving face right now, and they're just trying to make some profit on their plastic boxes. But it's just why it doesn't make sense. Why would I get a console that's restricted from playing the PlayStation games when I can get a console that plays all of it, opposed to Steam? But I mean, there are rumors that Xbox is going to have a Steam store on it soon, but we'll see. Even then, PlayStation still gets a cut. Because if they're on Steam, they still get a publisher cut, and like Xbox is just the gateway to play a first-party title. And you know what happens? Oh, Spider-Man's on Steam, or Spider-Man, or let's just say Spider-Man 2 comes to Steam. I don't even know if it's there yet. I'm not a PC gamer. You get Spider-Man 2 on your Xbox through Steam. You play Spider-Man 2. Well, Spider-Man 3 gets announced. Guess what? You're not playing that shit on launch. And what do you do? If people love Spider-Man so much, they're going to go buy a PS fucking 5 Pro or a PS6, whatever it comes out on. And that's brilliant on PlayStation's end. Ghost of Tsushima on Steam, and you want to play Ghost of Yotei, the sequel? Well, guess what? It's not on Steam, and you're going to wait a year for it. And if you really, really want to play it, buy a PS5. And guess what? You can still play the fucking Xbox games on your PS5 too. So it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, and it's ignorant what's happening, and like I don't know. We're going to see the death of Xbox as a first party console manufacturer, and they're going to become a third party software developer, just like Sega.
Yeah. If I had a nickel for every time a console manufacturer turned into a publisher, I'd have 3 nickels. But it's really, which is not a lot, but it's really strange that it's happened that many times.
Right.
And for anybody that what I'm alluding to is Sega did the same thing, and so did Atari. Back in the late or mid to late 80s, for the latter of the group. But yeah, man, I'm still trying to figure out what the strategy here is. If it's just to become a publisher, then just bite the bullet, man.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. You'd think they would lower the price of the consoles. They probably already sold at a loss, and they're probably still selling at a loss, maybe, but they might be trying to salvage as much as they can. So who knows?
Maybe, but yeah, if they're selling at a loss, I'd be concerned. I'd be curious, not concerned, curious to see what Sony's doing for the PlayStation 5 Pro. And the reason I bring that up is a PlayStation 5 Pro costs just as much, even if you include the disc drive. Will end up costing you just as much as Sony's.
It technically costs less. It's $680 plus tax, so it's $20 cheaper.
Yeah, that is true. That is technically is true, but baseline MSRP is 700. My point being is the Xbox Series X, even the Galaxy Edition, is an older generation console. And I don't mean previous generation, but it's been out on the market for 5 years now. You're going to turn around and sell that for the same as your competitor who just launched their Pro last year. The Pro is going to outperform the X in almost every metric, to include the fact that for good and bad, you have PSSR built into the Pro. So I'm trying to understand where the value proposition is in having an X.
Yeah, true. 780. That's what I meant. So it would be No, the PS5 Pro MSRP is $699. The disk drive is $80, right?
Yeah.
So $780 plus tax. And then what is the Xbox Series X, the new? $699, so it's $80 more.
No, it's 800. So
yeah,
you do the math.
Yeah, so it's $20 cheaper.
Yeah,
I don't, dude. It's just all these plastic boxes. I chose a lane a long time ago. I cut my teeth on the 360 too. I was a big 360 player, and then when the Xbox One was announced, I saw them going down a route that I had no interest in. They weren't there for the gamers anymore. They weren't there for the games, and they focused on TV, sports, and Call of Duty. And I said, "Fuck you." And then PlayStation came out. And I've always been a PlayStation fan. I've always had their console. But during the 360 era, the PS3 was lacking in out the gate. And they eventually hit their stride later on into the console life cycle. But it was my secondary. And then in 2013, PlayStation comes out, and they don't impose restrictions on trading. There's no checking in online all the time. And it's $100 cheaper than the Xbox One, which is bundled with the fucking Kinect that no one wanted.
I forgot about that.
yeah, I got one on launch. It was $500. I returned it 2 weeks later. I played Rise, and I was like, okay, that's fine. And then the PS4 was one of my favorite consoles of all time. It was, I think, PlayStation's apex for first-party IP. We got Horizon. We got Ghost of Tsushima. We got Bloodborne. We got Death Stranding. We got Spider-Man. Like, the list fucking goes on. And I think it's their best console. So,
yeah. I could see the argument for that. Maybe that's a conversation or a discussion we can have one of these days. Is
Yeah,
talk about the best consoles, not just for PlayStation, but like maybe do through the manufacturers or so. I don't know. I'll figure it out through the generations because PlayStation 4 is the apex for Sony, quite frankly. But then you look at that 165 million benchmark from the PlayStation 2, and then you see
yeah,
how close it is with the Switch. And I think there's a piece there to be had, but
for sure.
that's neither here nor there. The point being is, I'm with you, man. It makes me sad because I loved Fable. I mean, I liked Gears, but I loved Halo. I played it
Yeah,
drunk with my friends all the time online. And to see where it's treated now makes me cry.
the exclusives on the 360. You got Blue Dragon. Where the fuck is that? Let's bring that back. You got Cameo, Elements of Power. Incredible game. Loved it. Third party action adventure with a emphasis on the elements and transformation and stuff. You had Alan Wake, and you had all the Gears, the Halo. It was a phenomenal console, and everyone had a 360, and it was the first real online console, and yeah, I loved it. They had it. They had it, and then they got fucking greedy, and all the suits were gotten charged, and they forgot that they sold gaming consoles, and they wanted to sell an entertainment console that did motion capture with little kids collecting coins on the E3 stage. It's fucking ugh. And they forgot their audience. They forgot who they made them. Nintendo did the same thing with the Wii. And they said we want all the grandma and grandpas to play our console too, and we're not in it for the games anymore. We just want it to be accessible to everyone. And they forgot who made them who they were. And when you do that, you're going to start failing because your player base or your fan base is going to abandon you. And dude, I talked to Phil Spencer at the Game Awards, and he was like, "We lost you on the Xbox One, didn't we?" And I was like, "Yep."
Oh,
And he's like, "Yeah, we lost a lot of people then." And I'm like, "Yeah." And so yeah, just well,
yeah, I miss XBA. But
oh well, it's not like we have enough fucking games to play. I have a backlog that would last 10 years right now. It's fucking crazy.
yeah, don't make games for the next 5 years. I'll be happy, guys.
Dude, I would be held over easily. I have like 5 Tales games I want to play that are probably 150 hours each. So
Uh,
I'm golden.
Yep. Well, we're gonna get out of the trenches of bad or of the depressing stuff.
Yeah,
'Cause
let's good news. Good news.
all right. So we're gonna kind of ramp it up. This isn't necessarily good news, but I do like with what's happening here. You probably saw this, Matt. I think you and I talked about this. This one comes from Video Games Chronicle. Um, you guys out there, and I mean you guys, the listeners, are you PlayStation players? Have you played Ghost of Tsushima? Did you get the platinum trophy? Hey, did you know for getting such a trophy, you can now get yourself limited edition, limited time to merchandise. Um,
It's pretty cool.
yeah,
Bungie did this with Destiny. I
they
like
did.
it. I
Uh,
wish they gave it to us. They can't, of course, but you know, I like it. I like the concept.
Yep. So if you achieved the Platinum Legend, Mono no Aware, or I mean, sorry, Living Legend, or achieved the trophy Mono no Aware, you by December 31st of this year, 2025, you are eligible to get rewards. Granted, you have to pay for those rewards. But if
Mhm.
you go to ghostrewards.playstation.com or to your respective region, go in our European friends, ghostrewards.playstation.com, and go to that specific store. You can buy a commemorative pin if you got the platinum trophy for $25 USD, or there's a
That's steep
yeah, that is steep. Or you
for
can
a
get a
pin.
T-shirt for Mono No Aware for $30 USD. Um, you're limited to one item of each may be purchased per account. And this will I tested this out by going there. It is This was not a scam. You go there, you sign in with your PlayStation account, it checks your trophies. Boom, you can go right there. It's on pre-order. I don't know when it's going to be released. I It's a steep price, but I looked at some of the pictures. It looks pretty good. I'm
It's high
curious.
quality.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how it looks in real life. Um, Unfortunately, bad timing, Sony. We're getting right into the holidays, and uh, Ghost of Tsushima came out in 2019. I'm a little past that, and I got other things to worry about. But I appreciate the effort here.
Did you get the platinum?
Of course, I almost bought the pin
Yeah.
because of this.
Yeah. The pin is the platinum icon, so you can literally own the physical platinum, which is really cool. I'm still debating. I definitely won't get the shirt. The shirt, I don't usually pay over $20 for shirts, but it's cool. It's cool that these are locked behind achievements or trophies that you get in the game. And yeah, Bungie did this, and I have a lot of stuff that was locked behind a goal or a milestone in the game. So it's cool. I wish they would bump that price down a little bit. Just give us a little discount because we spent so much time in the fucking game, right? Like $20 for the pin. Come on, like maybe that, or $20 for the shirt, right? It's just yeah, and you probably have to pay for shipping too. So it's probably going to be about 32 all said and done, which for a pin, it is high quality. It's a bigger pin. You get a nice little display case, and it is the embodiment of your digital platinum, which is super fucking cool. I'm still mulling it over. Well, I got the platinum, of course, but I'm still mulling it over. And I know they're going to do it for a lot of games, and it would be a cool display to like eventually display all your platinums physically.
I agree. And the only I'm just thinking about it. I have to go find this. Let's see if I can find this for you. We're gonna play uh, a little game. Okay.
Let's play a game.
I know, right? So if you think about this, Matt, in order to this is a very niche product, and then,
Mm-hmm.
quite frankly, this was not advertised as well as I thought. I tried to look, and I may have missed it and taken too much Tylenol, but I don't see it on the PlayStation blog. I see this on Video Games Chronicle, and that's the only place I've heard about this. I've looked through Sucker Punch's social media. I'm not seeing this, so it's not well advertised. Um, and in order to
So,
get it, you have to get the at least the pin. You have to get the platinum, right?
mm-hmm.
Think about this. And I'm looking on PSN profiles. It's 7.3% of players that are ingested into PSN profiles that have the platinum trophy. So you're talking about a game that's locked to a very specific console because you can't. I mean, you could play it on PlayStation 5, but my point is, it came out of PS4. It's a Sony exclusive. You then have to know about the program. Oh, and by the way, you also have to have platinumed the game in order to even be able to buy this. So I
Mm-hmm.
wonder how many of these will actually sell and how many be in circulation.
Right. And even if you meet all those criteria, you still have to be willing to shell out that amount for a pin. And
Bingo.
that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Like, I know everything. I'm there. I'm ready to do it, but I'm like, 35 bucks with shipping for a pin?
I get what you're saying, but I'm also thinking about the flex opportunity here. Like,
That is true. Yeah. Dude, the physical platinum icon, super fucking cool. So I'm still mulling it over for sure.
Same here. But yeah, if you guys have you played Ghost of Tsushima? Because if you haven't, I definitely
Yeah.
highly recommend it. Please, it's on. I believe it got released to Steam, cross platform.
Yeah, it's on PC.
So it is on
Yep.
PC. Definitely go check it out. But yeah,
Yep.
man,
The Iki Island DLC is so fun too.
I never got to it. But
Oh, that's so fun.
that's my principle. I don't do DLCs for the most part.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. So
All right.
incredible game. A one of the new IPs that we got on PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh. And we're getting a sequel to in like a week and a half.
We are. Yeah, October 2nd, Ghosts of Yote.
Yeah. Um, Anything else about this? Because if not, I got something else for you, buddy. I don't know if you saw this one.
Yeah, what?
So this is coming from VGC via Blue Ski or Blue Sky, should I say? Because I don't even have a Blue Sky account.
Yeah.
GDC, also known as the Game Developers Conference, posted a social media video, whatever way you want to look at it. They are rebranding. They are no
Hmm.
longer, as of next year or as of March 9th, they are no longer going to be called the Video Game Developers Conference. Sorry. They're now known as, wait for it, the Game GDC Festival of Gaming.
Hmm.
Takes place from March 9th to March 13th.
Okay.
Uh, this little video, and I can show you if you drop it in the chat here if you are curious. Like I said, it comes from via them on Blue Sky. It's a 20-second clip. It just uh, their image, their name, I guess, on a billboard
Sure.
being sucked up into the sky, and it says, "We are changing the game."
Nice. GDC this year had a lot of really cool announcements. We covered them all, most of them. And there was actually, because that was opening night live. Keeley did that. So wasn't that was GDC, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Summer Games Fest.
No, that summer he did both. Summer Game Fest was in the summer, and then opening night live was for the GDC, I believe.
Yeah, I believe you're right. That is correct.
There's so many fucking events. Like we just watched one.
Yeah. Thank goodness. But yeah, just thought I'd put that out there for folks. Next year, that's what you'd be looking for. Unfortunately, we got a little bit more downside news, but we don't have to spend too much time on this. Borderlands 4 has been delayed indefinitely for its Switch 2 release specifically, due to amid ongoing performance issues.
You said doo-doo.
Yeah, doo-doo.
Doo-doo.
Amid this is amid ongoing performance issues. As of right now, the game is sitting at mostly mixed status of a review on Steam. There have been reports of issues with the console release. I don't know anything about the Xbox side of the house, but I can tell you right now, on PlayStation, it functions. And we'll talk about that. We talked about that last week.
I have one word to react to this, to Borderlands being delayed indefinitely on the Switch 2. Are you ready?
Here it is.
Good. Okay. I just usually when developers develop a game, they're going to develop for the least common denominator and then upscale it, right? It's the weakest link. Get that out of there and focus on fixing your fucking game on the consoles you've already released it for, because it's broken. Okay? It's not game-breaking broken, but it's annoying broken. We've played 30 hours of it, and that shit starts chugging on the third hour of a play session. Okay, don't focus on porting this to Switch 2. The Switch 2 is already a turd compared to all the other consoles now. Sorry, it is. First, you get the Switch 2 for first party, and even then, I'm getting my first party game I'm interested in. 5 or 6 fucking months after it's released, and then Bonanza, I'm gonna wait. So, Gearbox, fix the shit that you've already released, because you got a major memory leak and a major application memory problem on the PS5 Pro. I've heard nothing but shitty things for PC players. No idea how it runs on Xbox. Haven't talked to anyone that plays it on Xbox, honestly. In my experience, you have a somewhat broken game that you need to fix on the consoles. I know you will, and I know game development is hard, but don't release it like this. Polish it and then release it. We're having a blast. If the game wasn't as fun as it is, I'd probably put it down and wait for it. But the game is fucking super fun, and we're having a blast with it. But like, my frame rate will start tanking 2 hours in consistently, and I'm like, well, it's getting to be that time. I might have to restart my fucking app. So yeah, don't focus on porting it to an inferior system. Yeah, it's handheld, whatever. Yeah, but if you want to play Borderlands, go buy a PS5 or buy a fucking PC. Sorry, you have a Switch 2. Go play first party titles. It's not for third party, and Nintendo's consoles never were. And I'm getting tired of just acting like they are, because it's just there are subjectively optimal performing consoles out there. So that's why I'm waiting on Hades 2. I'm not gonna play it on Switch 2. But
Yep.
if you want a portability and you like the Nintendo Switch 2, whatever, good for you.
Wow. I hear a little disdain in your voice there, Matt.
I almost returned my Switch 2 in the return period. They're trying to sell me DLC for games that launched 4 months ago. I'm super excited for Prime 4, but I'm buying the Switch version of it, and I'm getting the upscaled version because I like the art on the Switch cartridge. So I don't know, man. I still think Nintendo's in their villain arc, and they're making developers develop for this technically inferior console. Let's be subjective here. It's a technically inferior console. We all know it. Okay. I still think Nintendo's the best first party developer. I still think they're the best first party developer out there. But I'm fucking tired of all this, and then developing games for PS4 when we have the PS5. And just, dude, if you want to play the latest and greatest, get the fucking latest and greatest console. There it is. If you're on a budget, wait. You don't have to play it bleeding edge, right? Just wait and it'll come, because guess what? Your brand new shiny Switch 2 is going to get all the 10-year-old games. Don't you worry. They're coming.
Yep, that they are. They'll be there. The only thing we're going to miss out on is we're not going to get the Switch game or the Nintendo stuff. But hey, you know what? If I can be candid for a minute, I'm kind of not worried about it anymore. I I I I grew up a Nintendo fanboy. I always loved Nintendo. That's where I cut my teeth on a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
games that I love today. Mega Man, Final Fantasy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right? But I got Smash Ultimate. I played it for like 20, 30 hours, and I played it with my son. And I had fun when I was playing it with him. But the days of calling my buddies over and we're drinking a bunch of Mountain Dew and eating Doritos chips until 3 in the morning and playing Smash Brothers are gone. I realized there was a piece of that pie that was missing. My multiplayer or co-op experiences now are, well, a game we're playing this week, as well as things like Split Fiction and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or Helldivers. I think it's just
Monster Hunter.
I don't want to seem angry. I'm not angry at Nintendo. I just think,
I
to
am.
quote that, well, you are, but I think, to quote them directly, I think I graduated. So
Yeah, no, well, but they're up against they're bringing out hardware they're trying to compete with other hardware that blows them out of the water. Like, their system still does like 1080 undocked. Like, I mean, we're in the 4K area or upscale era or upscaled 4K, and like all these games we're seeing releasing multi-platform. I mean, have you seen Chronos running on the Switch 2?
no,
It's bad. Have you seen Hogwarts Legacy running on the Switch 2? It's
yeah,
bad.
I've heard the horror stories.
It looks nothing like the PS5, even PS5 version. Like, we have a PS5 Pro version now that's gorgeous and has a ray tracing times 2. But whatever. If you're not into graphics and you want to play handheld, I guess that's for you. It's not for me. I like a premium experience, and Borderlands isn't a premium. Borderlands isn't a premium experience right now, but they need to, circling back, they need to focus on fixing what they have out now rather than focusing on developing for another console and leaving us with kind of honestly a somewhat broken version. That's why I think this news is good, and put that on the shelf, fix what you have now, make a good game, polish it, and then focus on developing for the other console.
Yep. God damn it, Randy.
God damn it, Randy.
All right. So for anybody that
we do that all the time.
I'll give you I was gonna say I'll give you the context, folks. Come check us out at twitch.tv/shapes of gaming. That's been the running joke going on over there.
We're both on mic. We've been having a blast. Just if you hang out past 3 hours, you might see the frame rate start dipping.
You imagine the Switch 2 version at like 5 frames? It's looking like a fucking slideshow.
Right. Exactly. So
it's gonna blow up on you.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, focus on the game versions you have out now. Fix your PC version, fix your PS5 Pro version, and just polish those, and then you can deal with the Switch later.
Yep, I agree. All right, well, before we jump into that, because we're talking what we're playing, I want to just throw this one. This is a quick one. I know it's not going to be much for me, so I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but I wanted to plug this because it's for me. And I know there's some fans out there who'd be really excited for this. And I say this with an asterisk before I get started, with a grain of salt. Okay? Please take this with a grain of salt. And this one comes from Insider Gaming. And this is exciting. Is in June of 2018, Bethesda released a trailer for something that we are all wanting, Elder Scrolls 6. According to XTASLS, Extalis, a leaker, somewhat renowned leaker, the studio is targeting for a late 2027 release date on Elder Scrolls 6, which I'm excited for. The initial trailer got me hyped because I was ready, especially since I found out where it was taking place. I was like, yay, let's go for this. And then Bethesda went dark. And even at the time, and I know they get memed on it. I want to throw this out there for people is I know Bethesda gets memed on. But even in 2018, it was mentioned that Starfield was going to take place before they did Elder Scrolls 6. Starfield has come out. It's got its expansions. There's a rumored one more coming.
We got it on PS5.
Yeah, that's rumored to come to PS5. So I think based on what I'm seeing in the patterns, I think a late 2027 release date would make sense. I know you're not much of an Elder Scrolls guy, right, Matt?
No. I like the third person. I like a little more impact, action, heavy combat. I respect Elder Scrolls. We'll get this on PS5 day one. I assume. I think it's going to be a multi-platform launch, just like all the other Bethesda games have been, or maybe console launch exclusive, and then eventually get it on PS5. But yeah, I think Bethesda is like, no, we need to release this for all the consoles, and Microsoft is like, yeah, you're probably right. So I think it'll be a multi-console release day one. Elder Scrolls. So I know it's huge, but yeah, I'm not an Elder Scrolls fan.
Okay. All right.
Never got into it. It's a lot, and like it's huge. Like you can read full fucking books in that game. I don't have. There's no time, man.
You say that until you come across the. All right, minor spoilers, folks, but this is a spoiler for a joke in the game. In Skyrim, there is a bridge you can find that crosses a river naturally, and if you go there, there's a ogre nearby, and if you get into his things, you can find a diary. And he's face up on the water when you find him, and the diary reads in ogre like I don't remember his name, but like Bach no good ogre. Bach can't control collect tolls. Bach just not live. And he basically
oh my god.
Yeah, he committed suicide because he couldn't collect tolls under the bridge.
Yeah. Yeah. Those games are pretty crazy. And I can't wait to see the next generation. I won't play it, but I can't wait to see it, and I'm excited for people that are excited for it.
Yep. But yeah, man, I agree with you. I hope if you're excited for it, hit me up because I'll talk Elder Scrolls with you all day. I guess, but yeah, that's all we
Yeah.
got for news. I know you want to talk about what we're playing real quick, touch base real quick before we go into the main to our main show.
Yeah, we'll talk about what we're playing a little bit, then we'll go into the Kojima stuff, then we'll go into the state of play stuff. Yeah, I've been playing Silksong. I'm still playing Silksong. I'm in still in Act 2. So right when you start the game, it says Act 1. So there's 3 acts in the game. Surprise. But yeah, I can't. I'm really far in. This I was saying on the live stream is my favorite Metroidvania of all time. It is the biggest Metroidvania I've ever played. It has the most diverse enemy types. They just keep. I'm just continuing being surprised. The level I played one level that's notoriously hated by the community. It's very hated by me. I had to put the game down for a little bit after that, but I powered through. I'm doing cleanup on the map. The map is fucking 3 times bigger than the original Hollow Knight. The game is massive. The music is incredible. It's just super tight gameplay. The art style's awesome. And yeah, it's my favorite Metroidvania I've ever played. I honestly, I don't know what my game of the year is yet. Still, I'm gonna save it for when we do the vote episode, and you're gonna find out then. And I'm gonna be like, this is my game of the year. Because there's so many fucking good games this year. It's just like Death Stranding 2, Hollow Knight, Silksong, shit. Hades 2 just got a review score for the Switch version. It's 93. Well, that's going to be a Game of the Year contender as well. Split Fiction was my Game of the Year. It just keeps changing, and I just don't know what it's going to be. And you'll find out on the episode where we vote. I have a good idea of what it's going to be, but I'm tired of going back and forth on it. So. Yeah, we'll see when we do that episode. But yeah, Silksong. I know it's been getting a lot of hate. It's every time I've died in this game, and the game is against you the whole time. It's a fucking Souls-like. It's a Metroidvania. The original Hollow Knight was harder. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Every time I die, I'm always like, "Yep, that was on me. I fucked up. I either lost it with the control, or I messed up and jumped a different place." Like, when you die, it's on you. And then you get back up, you dust yourself off, and you go back. And this game, if you don't have patience, if you don't have persistence, and you can't learn from your mistakes, you're not going to fucking beat this game. And you're going to give up. And that's okay if that's what you want to do. I never once was like, oh, I'm giving up. I can't do this. I can't play this game. I just persisted, and I had dedication. And when I start something, I fucking finish it. And I see it through, except Dragon Quest 3. I see it through. Okay. Dude, Dragon Quest 3 wasn't even like hard. It was just I had problems with that game. I'll get back to it at some point. But yeah, this game is insanely difficult, and it's always against you. Enemies hit like a truck, and you're gonna fucking die, and you're gonna be upset about it. But when you try that boss 20 times in a fucking row, and you're just like, I don't think I'll be able to get this. But then you start powering through just a little bit, and you get a little further, and you're like, okay, I might be able to get this. And then your 30th try, you drop it. That feeling is like almost overcoming the impossible. And like with Metroidvanias and side scrollers, you don't have a lot of room for error, right? And all the bosses have a pattern, like you said, and I agree with it. And sometimes it's literally, for the bosses, a dance. And you just start learning the boss. And when you go into it, you have no fucking clue what's going on, but you learn the tells, you learn the audio cues, you learn the visual cues, and then you just wipe the floor with them. But it takes dedication, it takes perseverance, it takes learning, and most importantly, it takes patience. And if you don't have that, don't fucking play this game.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad you said that because there ain't no fucking way I'm playing it now.
It's all right. It's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. But for the people that do, and the people that do overcome those challenges, it is one of the most satisfying things in the entire world. And that's the Souls-like part of it. So if you're not a fan of Souls-like, this is more Souls-like than Metroidvania. I'd say. I mean, it's an incredible Metroidvania, but it's fucking hard. And I love it. I love it. I love this game. I hate bile water. I can't stand it. I don't want to talk about it. That level, dude, everything is against you. It's like a poison level. It's the worst. But you know what? I just kept trying and trying and trying. And I got further and further and further. And then I got to the end and there was a fucking gauntlet of enemies. And I was like, okay. And I did it. And it got to the end, gauntlet of enemies. And then there's a fucking boss after that. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, well, I've made it this far. Might as well see it through. And I did. And beating that level was felt good, man. Felt good. Because then it opens up some stuff. So yeah. Patience, man. It just takes patience. And I know patience is hard to have with everything out now. And I'm even struggling. Like I'm playing this game like right after we're playing our Borderlands, and I'm playing it like piece by piece. And I'd love to, dive into it, but there's just so many games out. And sometimes you want to rush it. You just can't with this game. If you rush it, and it rewards exploration so greatly, like more than any game I've seen. Like I can't tell you how much upgrades I've gotten for Hornet through breakable walls. There's so many breakable walls, and like they're big upgrades that change the entire dynamic of the game. And these walls are like hidden. You would never know they're breakable if you're not like hitting every wall you see. And I'm doing that because I got that kind of tism.
I was gonna say that's your kind of tism.
Yep. So, game's not for everyone, but you know what? If you play it and you beat it, mad respect, mad fucking respect,
dude. That's awesome, man. Yeah, yep. It definitely sounds like it's. The more you talk about this game, the more I realize it's probably not for me, and I don't want to.
That's okay.
That to myself. But I've objectively seen why it's good and why it's beloved.
Yeah, and you're playing the original. The original's harder, much harder in my opinion. And that might be because I cut my teeth on the original, and this is the sequel, right? So if I maybe played this one before the original Hollow Knight, I might think differently. But dude, Hollow Knight, the original is so brutal. I had way harder time overcoming some of those challenges in the original Hollow Knight. So, and it's notoriously known for being a very, very hard game. So I'm glad that they didn't nerf it. I'm glad that they stuck true to their formula, and they said the developer literally said to all the people that are saying our game's too hard, get good.
Oh, can you imagine if somebody like Randy Pitchford came out and said that? Like,
right.
Yeah, that's a flex. That's my point. Is that's a flex. That's good, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to platinum it. I don't have the willpower, or quite frankly, the time to do a 30-hour fucking 100% speed run. It's asinine. I'm not going to do it, but I'm just gonna keep whittling away at it, get some collectibles here and there, and see how far into the trophy list I can get. I collected all the well, I don't want to say it, but there's some collectibles in the game. I got all of them. I got the trophies. So I'm not gonna platinum it. I'm not gonna platinum it, but I might platinum the other game we're playing. You can take it from here.
Yeah, you say that, but I looked last night. I think I got like 5 trophies in this game.
There's one trophy in there that probably not.
I haven't looked. But that's just the way I play the games. I play the games and then I go look at the trophies. I know
Yeah.
you probably should do it the opposite. Point is, Borderlands 4, you and I have been playing. I don't want to. Let's see, where are we at on this update? This journey, if you will. Since I'm playing, this is a weird year because I'm playing the same game a lot over an extended period. Particularly since like Borderlands is a very near and dear series to my heart. So I try to play as much as I can and enjoy it. We got through. I kind of through. I don't want to say set aside the playthrough with my wife, but that character is kind of put to the side. She's not able to play with me as much, so I've been found my best friend here to play with me.
Yeah.
Um, and we've been playing through. I have stuck to Rafa for my Volt Center, if you will. We got through. It kind of feels like there's probably three, maybe three, and then a prologue act. I don't know. We got through the first act or major version or
Mhm.
hurdle or obstacle, whatever terminology you want to use. Went into the and then we're like, yay, let's go to the next part. And then we got distracted. Uh,
Yeah, it's easy to get distracted in this game.
yeah, very easy. I want to say that this is a very easy to game to distracted. Specifically, we found a dungeon. I want to
Ooh,
be
piece
try
of
to be
candy.
Yeah, I want to try to be vague here.
Right,
And
right.
we decided to replay it. I think you and I replayed it 3 times in one sitting, and then
Yeah,
the next night we're playing with, another friend of the show, Bo, or no,
Mason.
it was Mason this time.
Yep.
Uh, and we did it another 2 or 3 times. It just kept running through it and running through it. Dude, outside of the performance issues, I see a very, very good game underneath this. Uh there is a reason, if this game had been cleaned up and they had taken the extra 6 months they needed, I think this is a '90s game,
Easily.
and it's on its open critic easily. Uh, we're getting legendaries at a decent rate, but not so much like in 3. Uh, I really appreciate the way you can optimize your characters because you and I both last night when we were playing said, "Hold on, I want to go back and respec my character." We just respect our
Yep.
character on the fly, and not to go down a different skill tree or anything like you could do in um, the predecessors where there was like, hey, here's a skill
Mhm.
tree, here's a skill tree, and you're stuck there. Here, like it then branches out even further and you can
Mhm.
customize it even better. Um, it's amazing and it feels good to shoot. The mobility, there's a lot of verticality with the double jump and the grapple hooking and the gliding. Um, and gotta say it, this game suddenly hit a difficulty spike that I was not
Yeah,
expecting.
we
Uh,
hit a wall. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't know about you, man, but I was sweating for a little bit there.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm playing as a siren. I fell in love with her the fucking first time I saw her, and dude, Vex is so cool. She got those wings. I'm playing as the incarnate class or the Vexcalation class. Yeah, it's basically mage in the game, and I'm an elemental fucking blight witch now. So yeah, it's awesome. Guns feel so good. A lot of Destiny feel in here, which is great. It has all the good things of Destiny and none of the bad. Doesn't have an Eververse, thank fucking God. Um, and yeah, it's just been an awesome experience, gameplay wise, performance wise. Now that's another conversation because this game has a really bad memory leak and it degrades over time. Like textures won't load in, the frame rate starts dipping and doesn't get better. The only fix for it is to quit the application, relaunch it. I'm hosting the games, and like when you leave, like my frame rate will tank. Uh, I've had some stuff fall through the map. I've fell through the map,
Yeah.
but that's pretty rare. It's just the frame rate issues. But yeah, the story is picking up. We just hit a story beat that we both like squealed from on the some. If you're a Borderlands fan, you'll appreciate all of it, and I'm having a blast. Loving Vex and everything she's capable of, and the builds they're super fun. I've been tweaking the build. I think I got one that I'm going to stick with that has a lot of versatility on it. So can't wait to play it. We're probably going to play it right after this this episode. So
Yeah, absolutely. And to be quite honest, folks, you'll hear this is going to be the game I'm going to play up until next week, and then you'll stop hearing about me play Borderlands 4. It's going to go into the background. I will continue to play with
yeah,
friends. If you want to play, find me on. Um, it is crossplay enabled, but I'm on PlayStation. Please find me. I am always more than happy to play Borderlands,
yeah.
because
The cool thing about this is you don't share level instances. So you can, if we're like level 50 or level 30, you can come in with a level 5 and you're going to fight level 5 or 6 enemies, and we're going to be fighting level 30 or 32 enemies, and no one's going to know the difference. You're going to get your loot, we're going to get our loot. It's unique instances per player, and that's cool. My one concern though is you can't power level. You won't be able to power level.
that was something I was concerned about too. But I I say concerned, but that's only because I want multiple Vault Hunters.
Right.
At the end of the day, I really do appreciate that they don't allow that.
Right. Yeah.
Because then allows people to enjoy the game naturally.
Yeah.
Maybe, who knows? We still haven't gotten to the new Game Plus content. Definitely, if you're not so much worried, if you enjoy playing a game that's got a little bit of rough around the edges with the performance, and you're willing to put it up every now and then, one, I'd ask, why are you still playing the Switch? And two, definitely recommend Borderlands.
Yeah. It's great. Maybe give it some time to cook and bake in the oven. But yeah, if we're putting it down next week, we should probably just mainline the campaign and knock that out before this goes into the background, because it's going to go in the background for me with Ghost, and it's going to go in the background for you with Final Fantasy Tactics, which we will both be streaming respectively.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, yours will probably be a little bit more entertaining.
Eh,
We'll see.
right. Yeah,
It's a thinking man's game, but yeah,
that's
man.
true. That's what
Uh,
we've been playing.
that's
And
what
we,
we've been playing. You said you wanted to touch upon Kojima first, or do you want to
yeah.
do like all of Tokyo Game Show, because Kojima was kind of tied into that? Forgot.
We could make, yeah, because we haven't got all the announcements for Tokyo Game Show. Maybe we make the next episode a full Tokyo Game Show episode, and Kojima. Well, I want to touch on the stuff Kojima announced, the big stuff, like
All
the
right.
big three, right? So we got an OD trailer, OD knock, and first person adventure survival horror game. Kojima's back into survival horror. Looks awesome. Uh, I don't correct me if I'm wrong, but this hasn't been confirmed Xbox exclusive, has it?
So it hasn't been confirmed as like this is being worked in production from my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And please, if I'm wrong or we're wrong on this, reach out to us on the Discord or whatever. But as far as I understand it, Kojima's working with Xbox Studios um,
Right.
on this,
Well,
and of course, most famously Jordan Peele. But
mhm.
yeah, even if it is, it's coming
Yeah.
to to PlayStation, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It might be a launch exclusive, but it'll eventually come to PS5. They've been saying a bunch of stuff is exclusive, and we've been getting it. We're gonna get Halo next year, so like nothing's exclusive from them anymore. You just have to wait. This game looks awesome, very scary. It looks incredible, very realistic. They just showed us like a slice of the game, and she went in and was like lighting candles and just everything. It's the best flame I've ever seen in a game. It looks fucking real. And then like there's always like the constant knocking. Then you hear babies cry. You see like some typical Kojima in this trailer for sure. So I'm very excited for this game. The how about you, Bob? Are you excited for this game? Looks like
Uh,
Kojima's making PT, which fuck yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say, first off, is the Pope Catholic? Secondly, uh, I want to point out that this. I don't know if you noticed this in the trailer, but I kind of got a sense of this. That first person perspective that we saw, if that's part of the game,
Oh,
between that and the ambience, it's almost like Kojima was like, "Hey, not only can I make a phenomenal Silent Hill game, which is what Silent Hill like." they're known for is the ambiance, right?
Mhm.
Blooper Team showed that with the Silent Hill 2 remake, that was the kind of their thing. And then it almost feels like, and there's a little piece of me in this aside that says, "Hey, by the way, Capcom, I can make a survival horror too." Uh,
Mhm.
there's a little piece of this that screams that. Uh, I don't know what engine is this the Unreal 5 engine? Um,
I think because they are. He mentioned he's using MetaHuman, so I think it is.
yeah, this is how you make Unreal 5 sing.
Right.
'Cause, like, I'm looking at that, and I don't wanna you guys can go look at it, but, like, when she's sitting there and you can see or rather hear the door cracking open, and I don't know the woman's name, the unnamed protagonist, like,
Famous actress.
you could see the tears starting to pool into
Mhm.
her eyes, but they haven't reached down yet. That's a very good skill because that drives a lot of good emotion. Dude, I'm all for this. I have noticed survival horror and I tend to be very hit or miss in the last 10 to 15 years. Um, Scare me, Kojima Daddy, please. I'd
Right.
like please let me have this game, and I want it now.
Yep. Yep. And apparently Konami's making a good Silent Hill too. Silent Hill F's getting phenomenal reviews. It's all in Chronos, a very good game. Then we're getting Little Nightmares. Good time for some survival horror. But we don't have a release date for OD yet, and can't wait to see more of this game. It's going to be your typical first person survival horror adventure game. I don't think that it will be heavy on the action. So don't expect Resident Evil, but expect more. I don't know, Visage or um, just a typical first person survival like Outlast, stuff like that. So um, now a game I'm very excited for. We got a little teaser poster and announcement of some of the cast, and that is Codename Fizzant. And the teaser poster we got, I mean, it looks like fucking Snake, and I couldn't be more excited for that. So this is probably going to be a PS6 game. This was announced at one of the state of plays. It closed one of the state of plays when they announced Kojima is going to tactical action espionage back to it. We were like, yes, please give us Metal Gear Solid, but not Metal Gear Solid, and might be some more fantasy elements in this one. What'd you think of the little teaser image we got?
First off, I'd like to say thank you. This is the good. I got a feeling this is going to be the Metal Gear game that we should have gotten
Hell
um
yeah.
a long time ago. Uh, dude, you say Kojima and you say stealth action thriller. It's like, dude, I'm all for it. Like you
Mm-hmm.
just say those words, and I'm like, okay, cool. One ticket, please. Um, if you look down the poster, it says, "Here comes the feeling."
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a feeling this is going to be very. This is Kojima going to be unchained. We
Yeah.
got Metal Gear Solid 5, which was kind of him going, all right, fine, I'll finish the fucking game, and then he didn't. And 3 was a very, I'll finish the game. This is a hey, guess what? I'm gonna make the game I want to make now. I get I'm very most curious, or I'm most curious, should I say, to see what types of things are brought into this because Kojima is known for trying to figure out how to make games more experiential.
Mm-hmm.
How do I influence this? How do I do that? I'm trying to be very vague for reason because I don't even want to spoil the Metal Gear series, Metal Gear Solid series, let alone the Metal Gear series or anything of that nature. Uh, I'm telling you, man. All I gotta say is he can cast whoever.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't care. I saw the names and I looked them up. Um, I think the last one, and I'm not even gonna try to pronounce her name. She is, from my understanding, she's the one that kind of looks like, if you look at her online, she's the one. She reminds you of looks kind of like Yuna from Final
Nice.
Fantasy X.
Nice.
Um, I'm all here for it, dude. Please,
Yep.
please
Yep.
give me more.
Can't wait to hear more. It'll be a marquee PS6 title. I'm all in. It's Kojima. Last big announcement. I don't know. The animation style was interesting, but we're getting a Death Stranding anime. Death Stranding Mosquito. Uh, not my style of animation. It's more like pencil drawn 3D, but it looks cool. If you're interested, go check out that trailer. And then, yeah, a ton of other stuff was announced. We're not going to get into it. I mean, he's releasing his own credit card. He's
No,
releasing his own sake.
thank you.
Uh,
That's big stuff, man.
yeah, yeah. And he's releasing a game similar to Pokemon Go. So I don't know how interested I am in that. I'm interested in the sake though. And I'm interested in Codename Fizzant and OD Knock for
Mhm.
sure. So
Yeah, I'm actually somewhat interested in this animation. Um,
it looks
more
cool.
more for the style. I like that
Yeah.
style personally.
Gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to check out everything that was announced, it's on the internet. Go look for it. Just Kojima's announcements. They happened 2 days ago. I don't know, like early morning for us. So yeah, super excited for this and can't wait to see more on the codename Fizzant. And I'm glad he put working title for Fizzant, because Fizzant, it's not Metal Gear Solid, right? Like I want a title that fucking hits, and I'm glad that's the code name. So
It's legally distinct Metal Gear Solid.
right, right. So yeah, yeah, that was Kojima's announcements. What do you say we dive into the state of play? We can just go by announcements and wrap this shit up, so we can play Borderlands.
Yeah, absolutely. So the way I've got this, I'll let you decide how you want to do it. I don't have this necessarily in order. I figure we just touch on some of the smaller stuff because we know what they led with, and I think that's a really good thing to
Oh
talk
yeah.
about and put it near the end. Um, so
Well,
here's how I was thinking. You wanna start off with something, and then I'll
sure.
grab
Yeah.
some, and then we'll.
Let's start off with what they opened with. I think it was a great opener, and they opened with Housemarque's title Saros, and it looks very very cool. It's more of Returnal's gameplay, but Titan, different protagonist, different area, different concept, different story, but similar gameplay, and I'm okay with that. I fucking love Housemarque as a developer. Their bullet hell games are super fun. Add a little roguelike in there, and yeah, more Returnal equals Happy Matt. Honestly, I love the concept that like the time is being dilated by the black hole, and that might be like where the time travel comes in, because it's it's a roguelike. You die and then you restart, and they're going to explain that somehow. They explained it in Returnal. No spoilers here, but it is explained on why Celine is coming back. And yeah, Housemarque has made so many good games, and they're one of the top tier Sony first party studios. Like Nex Machina, the most recent Returnal, of course, and Resogun for PS4, Matterfall, just all kinds of really good games. I think they were part of Alien Nation and Dead Nation. Just very cool top down, like isometric shooters, but then they went third person, a little more narrative driven, and we got Returnal out of that. So they kind of combined those two things, and we got a phenomenal fucking PS5 launch window game. And I am very excited to see what they do next. And I'm all in on this new concept, Saros. And we got gameplay. The particle effects, man, are so impressive. I think this is going to finally show off the power that is possible with the PS5 Pro, especially those particle effects, the lighting, all the environments, the fluidity, his shield, the dodge mechanics. Oh man, I'm all in on this game. I can't wait.
Yeah, I like the shield aspect. I wonder if that's part of his character, or if that was just a power up that he got. Um,
Right.
I This game has my interest, and it's because of the gameplay. There's something about Housemarque when they make a game. There is a story there, and it is very intriguing if you care. And that's what I really appreciate about Housemarque is, and I
Yep.
did the same thing with Returnal, which is if you don't care, you can still enjoy the hell out of the game.
Hmm.
And I think the biggest difference that they promised is with this is more they're tweaking learning from Returnal and tweaking some things like more permanent upgrades and things of that nature. I got a feeling it's still going to be RNGesus in terms of the environments or biomes or whatever you want to say. But you and I saw this and we were like, oh, that's Returnal, and then we saw the gameplay and it was like, that's nothing more than, or I mean, this is Saros, and then we're like, wait, that's just Returnal with extra steps. And I still don't care. It's getting a release date of March 20th of next year,
Yeah.
uh, which is super early. I like it. Get it in and out of the way from GTA 6. Get it away from that bomb and enjoy it. Um, I'm all for this. This is, I mean, quite frankly, it's probably a day one for me.
Oh, it's easily a day one for me. Put everything down, play it, for sure. I love the concept, and it's one of PlayStation's two tentpole games of next year. We thought we were only getting one tentpole game because they announced like the strategy, but apparently we're getting two. And I feel like we have a lot cooking first party, and they're running out of time on the PS5. So we're going to get two tentpole games, and they closed with the other one, which we're going to talk about at the end of the announcements. What was after Saros?
Well, unfortunately, the PlayStation blog's not in order, but I do remember I believe this was next. For those that care, we're getting some additional DLC for Sonic Racing Cross
Hmm.
Worlds.
Hmm.
Um, I am excited just not because I want to play the game, but just because the DLC is my boy Mega Man, the Blue Bomber himself, to include Proto Man. So if you like Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, uh, definitely go check this out. I love the fact. I just want to say, I want to point this out now. You could do Mega Man, and everybody knows Mega Man, and he drives around in Rush. But then you got to choose a secondary. Most people are going to choose Zero, but they want Proto Man. I absolutely love this because it's a callback to the original Mega Man stuff, not the Mega Man X timeline. Um, I'm not going to get into the timeline craziness, but this is OG timeline stuff. Proto Man is there, but only for the people who played the original stuff. Love it, all for it. Um, yeah, I still won't buy the game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy this. But seeing Mega Man, we that was a big reaction on our part. We were like, oh, that was very interesting to see, and doing some Capcom crossovers now, which is interesting. So that opens up the gates for a lot more stuff. So
Mhm.
we'll see how deep into the rabbit hole they get of IPs with this game. Let's see what else was announced. We got
I
Neo
got you.
3.
There
Go
you
ahead.
go.
Yeah,
I was
Neo
gonna
3.
say,
Neo 3, we got some more gameplay. Very excited for this game. It's very fun co-op. It's your looter hack and slash in feudal Japan.
that's a way to put it. I always describe it as it's a looter, and I say you said looter hack and slash, but it's like looter shooter melee with souls elements.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a pretty damn hard game. And oh man, the release date on this sucks. It's February
Hmm.
4th, right?
6th.
6th. February 6th. And February 7th, we're getting Dragon Quest, which I'm very interested in. So I have to make a choice. And yeah, we got a release date for Neo 3, Koei Tecmo.
If I may make a recommendation here, my friend,
Mm.
and this is just my recommendation. Don't take it as the word from God himself, but I'd go with Neo 3. And the
Yeah,
reason I say that is Dragon Quest 7 will always be there. Uh, the Neo 3, the multiplayer aspect.
that's true.
You can play it by yourself. I've done it, but you're gonna want people.
Right. That's true. So, yeah, that'll probably be Neo 3. I'm excited. Neo 2 was so fun. And yeah, the transformations and everything, very, very fun co op games. What else was announced?
We got our next. I don't want to say tentpole, but we got our next big tentpole game from Microsoft.
Oh, yeah, a big get or give, should I say.
Uh, yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. is set to hit PlayStation to include the PlayStation 2 or PS VR2. Sorry, that was a mouthful. And you would think it would be, well, the VR2 is coming out next year, but you would think this game's coming out next year. No, Microsoft said here you can have it, and it hits your store shelves if you're interested in this December 8th.
Yeah, they're trying to hit holiday, and they did. So this will be, a game on a lot of people's wish lists, and they're just trying to hit holiday. So, Metroid Prime 4 comes out 4 days before. So, Flight Simulator is a very impressive game, technically impressive. I mean, you can fly anywhere in the world, I think, and it's all renders. It's crazy. So I never got into the flight sim stuff, so I'm excited for people that have been waiting on this for sure. So, and this is a huge title on Microsoft, and this is a big IP coming over to PlayStation. This is a big deal. So this is in the like the echelons of Gears of War and Forza for sure. So that was a big announcement.
Yeah, it was, and it just kind of just went, "Hey, here it is," and then they moved on.
Right.
And then they moved on, and I don't know if this is the correct order, but I believe it is. They moved on to talking about a different IP that's we saw this recently. I didn't want to say it was last year from Suda51.
Yeah. Yep. Let it die, Inferno.
Let It Die Inferno. If you like games that are very zany, acid trip, but still mechanically a lot of fun, go check out Suda51. When Borderlands gets ripped on for its toilet humor, Suda51 just really leans into it. Quite frankly, this is coming out, and this was the big thing that surprised me. Coming out December 3rd, so it's coming in this year.
It's already stacking up, man. I'm not gonna get it though.
I walked into the State of Play not expecting to see anything get released this year, and sure as shit.
Yeah, a lot was announced for this year. So yeah, Suda51 is an acid trip. They make a lot of crazy, wacky games, and Let It Die was one of them. I think it's like an arena multiplayer PvP, if I'm not mistaken.
That's the way I understand it, but
Yeah,
it's Suda. I don't honestly know half the time.
he might not even know.
Oh, all right. So a couple other things to touch on, and then we'll hit the big thing for it, man. So I wanted to hit this up very momentarily because as soon as about an hour after the state of play, I got a text from a good friend of mine. We are getting from Koei Tecmo. We're getting a remaster of Dynasty Warriors 3, the complete edition remastered. This is coming out March 19th of next year. This is the pinnacle of the Muso Dynasty Warriors series. So if you haven't had an opportunity to play them, because quite frankly, the Muso games do not age well sometimes. This from what we saw on the trailer, I think they looks like they've done a really good reimagining or remastering, if you will, of this game. Um, Go check it out. If you just want to turn off your brain, drink a couple of beers, and slash the fuck out of things and
A
kill
lot of things on
a lot
screen,
of
like
things.
hundreds.
Yeah, you pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
Hundreds at a time.
Okay, there you go. Go check this out. Dynasty Warriors 3 remastered. It's coming March 19th. I like this. I just don't like the timing.
Yeah. Yeah. Another December game.
No, this is March.
March.
So,
Oh yeah, March. Yeah, we got Soros in March. So
yeah.
things are already stacking up. But yeah, I'm not I never got into the Muso games. So I'm very excited for people that are excited for it.
Speaking of bad timing and remasters, this one for the folks that yeah, I see that on your face, Pat. This one is coming. Deus Ex Remastered launches on PlayStation come February 5th. Yay! On top of another game that you just announced.
Mhm.
This looks like it's just a It's a fresh coat of paint, from my understanding. And I haven't looked. I have to go look into more about this. I don't believe they're doing any rehaul modernization. It's just fresh coat of paint. So I think this might be a if I get around to it kind of game. But if you have not played Deus Ex, the first one, you might want to check this out. It's a pretty quick game, from what I remember, about 20-25 hours, uh, and it is very solid. I think it's a very good, just third person kind of stealth action kind of game, where you get to light RPG elements. Uh, there's an interesting story there if you really care, but definitely go check it out. That's coming next year. Unfortunately, it's stepping right on top of the toes of games that are much bigger than it.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, it's crowded time. I probably won't be picking this up either, but I'm excited for fans of the series, and yeah, very very cyberpunk stealth action. Uh, I don't know, fallen technological utopia. Big emphasis on like augmentations on your body and stuff like that. So I played Mankind Divided, and it was fun. Never finished it though, so never really got into the IP. But yeah, I'm excited that it's getting some love.
Yep. Let's see what else. We got a couple other smaller things if you want to touch on, but Crimson
Yeah.
Desert got a release date
Yep.
of March 19th. Fantasy MMO style game, if you're that's the kind of high fantasy,
Yep.
if that's the kind of thing you're into.
Yeah, and it looks really technically impressive. Again, MMO, not interested in this at all. So,
Yeah.
and it's coming. It's going to be thousands of hour MMO. I don't understand. But yeah, it
Yep.
looks really cool, and a lot to do in it, and I think it'll do well. It's been cooking for a while, so I'm excited to see how it does for sure.
hmm This next one you were excited for, or probably more than me. I don't remember Shushia Games.
Mm-hmm.
The 2D action adventure, looks very Castlevania, Metroidvania style. Chronoscript, The Endless Thief. This definitely, I think I summed it up. It's Metroidvania, but with like hand drawn art
Mm-hmm.
style.
Yeah, it looks really
Um,
cool.
Looks good, man. This sounded like it was more up your alley.
For sure, for sure. I'm interested in it. I definitely have my eye on it. It's not on my list. It's not like a pre-order or anything. I have my eye on it, and we'll see how it does. I like the concept of it going 2D and then you jumping out of the story onto like a 3D plane. The Plucky
Yeah.
Squire did that too. I think it's very creative, and I like that concept. I like the art style, and it has some gothic undertones to it. So yeah, I definitely have my eye on it. It's right up my alley. We'll see how it does for sure. That got a 2026 release year. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got the release. I just got to tell those folks real quick. Chronoscript: The Endless End is a
Endless Sun. Yep.
little long. Just call it Chronoscript and call it a day.
Right. Right. It's got a cool main name for sure.
Uh-huh. All right. If those that care, God of War is getting a PS5 limited edition DualSense wireless controller. Unfortunately, it's not an Edge, so I have zero interest. You can go look it up, but the right side of the controller has the red slash for that's on Kratos's body. So definitely, if you're into God of War and you're looking for a new controller, go check it out. I believe this comes out pre-order start October 3rd.
I fucking love it. And it's an homage to the original Kratos design. And I think it's foreshadowing something. We didn't get a release now, but I think we might get that Metroidvania going back to the Greek mythology, where, in my opinion, Kratos was more. He was angrier. Let's just say that. I like the Greek mythology more than the Norse mythology, and 3 is my favorite. So I would totally be all in on this controller, but again, like you said, it's not an Edge. But I might still get it. It's like the original Kratos design, so I'm very excited for this controller. And I don't know, I'm still debating. But then after that, I thought they were going to go into the God of War Metroidvania right after this controller, but we went into another title. But before we get into that, there were some PS Plus stuff announced.
Yes, there was coming to the PlayStation Plus catalog. I just had it here. I apologize. My spinning around. Oh yeah, there we are. We are getting well, Goat Simulator 3
Yep.
for those that love their Goat Simulator. Cocoon, which you recognize, Matt.
Yeah, it's a isometric puzzle platformer. It looks really cool.
Okay. And then the biggest one of the bunch, Alan Wake 2. Uh,
Incredible survival horror and right in time for the season. Oh man, if you haven't played it, dude, it's so good. Amazing game.
Yeah. I hear that. When?
Yeah, exactly. But for those of you that are PS Plus subscribers, you get it included. So that's really cool. I bought the fucking physical edition for like $80 shortly after launch. Yeah.
I have my version too, trust me.
Yep.
And of course, they also announced it's not in the list here, but there's a couple other things to be taken away from the classics catalog. Tekken 3 is coming. We got Soul Calibur 3. We got Tomb Raider Anniversary that's coming. And then as well as I sorry to give you the sigh, folks. I'm just tired of hearing about this game. The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered is coming as well.
Yeah, that's a good get for PS Plus subscribers for sure. If you haven't played The Last of Us Part 2, it's an incredible game. We talk about it all the time. It's Naughty Dog, top tier game. It's very fun. But yeah, that's a lot of good offerings. But back to that controller, and then they followed up. I thought it was the prime time to follow up with the game from the controller, and I thought for sure we were getting that rumored AAA God of War Metroidvania, but nope, we got an even bigger surprise. It's been rumored. We finally got the Wolverine gameplay, developed by Insomniac Studios. We are finally getting gameplay, and we got more than gameplay. We got a fucking release date finally. Release window, I'd say. Yeah, fall 2026.
I was going to say, don't get a little too excited there, buddy.
But yeah, this is going to be the second tentpole game for PlayStation Studios for 2026, and they're leaving plenty of room in between GTA. You got Saros in March, and then you got this, and I'd say probably September. But we'll see. The gameplay, it's everything I wanted from Wolverine. Blood and guts and just eviscerating enemies with his claws and hardcore action. An angry Logan just fucking shredding everything. I loved it. Can't wait for this game.
Yeah. I'm definitely interested more than I was off of that teaser, and I think that's probably the point, huh, Bob? But what I mean by is, there've been Wolverine games, just like there've been other superhero games, and if you do not capture the essence of what makes that superhero, like what the appeal is to that superhero, you're gonna fall flat. It's just gonna feel like licensed slop.
Yep.
Um, and it just goes to the wayside. Insomniac obviously did it with Spider-Man. Um, they they made me when I heard, wait, and it feels like Spider-Man. I was like, no, no, it doesn't. And then I played it and I was like, holy shit, it does feel like Spider-Man. So if anybody can pull off making it feel like Wolverine, which is supposed to be visceral and, like you said, very gritty and bloody and gory and pick your words, um, I think it's them. I am still being cautiously optimistic because while I believe I have to go look at the trailer, some of the probably includes in-game engine features. There's zero UI, so there's nothing there other than what's captured possibly in engine. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but what I'm saying is let me see what the UI looks like. Let me get a better feel of this game, and then I'll continue to get more excited. But you can definitely tell there's passion behind the current team, and I'm all here for it, man.
Yeah, for sure. This is still cooking. They're still cooking over there,
Hmm.
and it might be late fall. I'd say might be early fall. Who knows? Might be more of a November holiday title. We don't know, but we saw more of it, and we know it's still in development now, and we got some gameplay. I feel like we saw a lot of gameplay without UI elements, but yeah, we'll see. I'm pretty much in on this ever since Insomniac announced they were making a Wolverine game. It's leading to an X-Men game, and yeah, I can't fucking wait for this game. I'm very excited. I hope it's. I mean, from what we saw, I'm pretty sure it's going to be mature, and yeah, you gotta have a bloody Wolverine game, and that's what we saw. That was my concern if they were going to go like a little more like T for teen. Nah,
Hmm.
nope. Thank God. I think Insomniac have done their research like they did with Spider Man. I think it's going to be very true to the source material. And I think we're just going to get a fucking the best Wolverine game that's ever been created. And I just like with the Spider Man games. So I think they're going to knock it out of the park. And I have all the faith in the world. I'm not cautiously optimistic. I'm optimistic on this game.
I love it, man. Yeah,
Yep.
they haven't disappointed yet.
Right.
Um,
Right.
I guess I just need to see more to get the hype going. It's not that I don't trust Insomniac. I just need to see more first. Uh,
Yep.
but yeah, absolutely, dude. That was the big crescendo uh, of the state of play. There was some other stuff in there, some smaller items. If you wish to go check it out, it's on PlayStation's blog. Um,
Yeah, and go check out our live reacts. We did a live reacts, twitch.tv/shapes of gaming. And let us know what you thought. Let us know what you thought.
yeah. But that's all I got this week. There's some obviously smaller stuff, but I'm I'm spent, man. It's been a long day. What do you think? What you say? We get the hell out of here?
It's been a long week. Let us know what you thought of the state of play. Go on Discord, chat about it. We'll chat with you about it. I'd say it was solid showing. B easily. I say since we didn't see any new stuff, Sony first party IP, we didn't really see any new things. It doesn't get an A, but solid B for sure. I thought they showed a lot of gameplay. They went into the development process. They talked to the devs. It was gameplay after gameplay, and it was a very solid show, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think there could be a little bit better on there. I go probably B minus just because there were some things that kind of make me go, okay, that's kind of cool, but you're stacking up, and there was some minor issues, but they
Yep.
avoided the big tropes of here's another gotcha game, here's another gotcha game. Oh, by the way, here's a piece of hardware followed by another gotcha game. So I give them credit where credit's due.
We did get hardware. We got new speakers, so those are cool.
I
The
was trying
the
to,
new
yeah, yeah.
yeah, new Sony speakers. If you want to learn about them, go look them up. I use Sonos, but I mean it's cool. They're wireless speakers. They can be used with the portal. I thought that was really cool. We didn't get a price, but I think there's a utility for it for sure. But yeah, let us know what you thought, and thanks so much for listening. You guys have a great rest of your day.
Peace.
Shapes of Gaming is a podcast shaped around gaming and, most importantly, our community. That's you. It is written, created, and recorded in beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado, by me, Matt Stenson, and my good friend Bob Harriman. If you would like to be part of this amazing community, be sure to like, subscribe, or follow us on all the social media platforms or the podcast app of your choice. Thanks so much for listening, and always remember, keep the conversation going, and most importantly, keep gaming.